Welcome back to the Fanspeak Network. It's Thursday. It's Degen Power Hour. We're going to be talking about DFS, Underdog Dailies, Thursday night football game tonight, all in just 1 minute. That's right. Happy Friday Eve to all. We've got Ravens Dolphins tonight for our guy Mike Robb in. I'm sure they'll be in chat any minute now. But no, we are excited to talk about the Week 9 DFS Underdog slate. It's a fun week, Steve. I'm going to tweet that we're live. Why don't you talk about like this week as a whole? A lot of just feels like some high-powered spots, some high-powered games. Yeah, hopefully it's better than Week 8. Not just did we lose Cam Scatterby, it just felt like just a kind of a lot of blowouts and yuck. So hopefully get some better real life games too. Hopefully good for our best ball bags and all the good things. But yeah, what are you thinking about this Week 9 slate?
Yeah, you're right. Week 8, we had the 6 buys, we had the quarterback apocalypse, and then that also led to a lot of blowouts.
Yeah,
there were very few competitive games, and even some that were. Like the Steeler game was competitive for 3 quarters, and then the Packers just dominated the 4th quarter. So it could have been a great game, but kind of petered off at the end. So this week, though, we have, of course, the big matchup, Chiefs versus Bills. But I feel like we have other real competitive games, throughout the week. One of my favorite is the Steelers versus Colts. 2 teams ahead of their division right now. Some shootout potential there. There's definitely a few others, even some weaker matchups that feel like they could be just more fun and competitive. Hopefully we'll see with JJ McCarthy coming back. Maybe the Vikings can make that a battle, but we also know the Lions can blow out anyone. So, but it is nice.
That's the one I'm most interested to see from like just a real life fan perspective. I'm most interested, of course, to see Steelers, Colts, Chiefs, Bills, but that's when I'm just like, what is JJ McCarthy going to be? Because he did have 2. Well, I guess Bears wasn't. Yeah, I don't know. Bears, Falcons, both kind of. Yeah, he didn't look great. He had 1 good quarter. I'm just interested to see what that's going to be. I know you are too, because I know you were a little skeptical, as rightfully so, about like Justin Jefferson, and so far that's bared out, obviously.
Yeah, so I think that's the big thing is we are getting some quarterbacks back. Tonight, it starts tonight with getting Lamar back. And that's a big one, obviously. Like, last week we had of the top 5 quarterbacks, 3 were out, that we were drafting: Burrow, Lamar, and Jaden Daniels. And we're probably going to get Jaden back as well, I'd imagine. But getting McCarthy, maybe healthy Wentz was better than McCarthy, but what we saw the last couple of weeks when Wentz was dealing with like a broken shoulder or whatever, like was not pretty.
Which, by the way, shoulder injuries, what are we going to get injuries? What are we going to get from Joe Flacco? It's 50-50 for him to play. He's been saving our Bengals bags, which you and I both need for honestly different players, you for Chase, me for Higgins, especially. But if it goes back to Browning, oh God, please God, no.
No, that's scary. Scary thought for sure. So hopefully Flacco can stay with it, and sorry, Bruni, I'm hoping the Bengals win because I want them to stay competitive and keep their guys going throughout.
Yeah, because there is rumor that like Burrow's tracking okay, but he's not going to come back if there's nothing to come back to. So I surprisingly have a few teams where it's looks like it's honestly going to make the playoffs even without Burrow. So boy, that would be fun, just to see it play out. Let's get to the chat real quick. A couple good comments in here. And then we will get to DFS first. If you care about one more than another, DFS Week 9, deeper dive on lineup building, Underdog Dailies Week 9, ripping some drafts. And then Thursday night football last, Dolphins, Ravens, doing some, honestly, not a ton of plays we like, but plays, parlays, touchdowns we're eyeing up. Okay, Mike Robb says, going to be a great show. We got a CBS, Meg, and TBT Steve, 2-button tees. Always good for Mike Robb. He also says we're about to check George Washington and his crew with all that red. Another day, Steve, we did not plan this. You weren't even able to see my CBS shows today. Busy day for you. And you got a haircut. Haircut looks great. So got a haircut, looks great. Did not plan the red at all. Can you verify that?
100% verify. I put zero planning into my
He put 0.0000001 into his thought planning of what he's wearing. I would like to say that I do a little bit more planning. But yeah, there was no planning on Steve's part, no planning of us matching. But yet again, we matched. I think that means something. Usually it's red or blue. We got our guy, Tyler Emo Cowboy, back from Japan, watched Toxic Tower last night. Go check that out. Shout Power Hour, shout pour sour, shout pour. There's something here. There's something here, he says. What do you like, Steve? You like it?
I like it. I like Shout Power Hour.
Yeah, there we go. Who Hames says, keep working on it, Tyler. I believe in you. The two JJs are killing my best ball teams. Oh, that's true. Good to see you, Chiato, in here. Beer, wings, beer, shout, beer, losing money drafting teams. It must be Thursday. Well, I'm glad we could be part of your Thursday. Let's not lose money. We'll come up with some good Thursday night bets later. I just love Big Dog tonight. I feel like Big Dog's going to have a big night, but well, we will see. We will see. With Lamar back, his average yards per carry goes up like 2 yards with Lamar back. So let's see. And I surprisingly have some Henry teams that are advancing without him, only having 2 spike weeks so far. So anyways, on to the DFS streets. I'll pull it over again as I'm pulling it over. Steve, talk us through just again the slate dynamics. This is not, we did early look Monday. The show Saturday morning will be your essentially player pool at each position. You also have an article for that as well. This will be like lineup building and how can we build lineups with X, Y, or Z type builds. I mean, for me, I really want to actually really load up that Colts Steelers game. I could see that be a back and forth. We're going to need Steelers to punch back because we know the Colts are against that Steelers defense. Woof. But go over slate dynamics as I pull over DraftKings.
Yeah. So this week is a little interesting with how do we manage the big game? Buffalo, Kansas City, obviously Mahomes is just playing out of his mind this year, and he's got his guy Rice back. He's got Worthy. Kelsey's playing really well. And then, they're down, soon Pacheco, so they might even need to be throwing the ball even more this game.
Yeah, it sounds like Pacheco's out.
Yeah, on the Bills side, Josh Allen really has only fully gotten there week 1, but he's also played mostly blowouts since then. So it's like this game could mirror week 1 where it's a it's a game where maybe they get behind or it's back and forth. I think this game does have the shootout potential that we're all expecting. Doesn't mean that you necessarily have to load up because both teams spread the ball around so much. But I do think that we're going to want pieces of this game. And like you said, there are a couple pivots out there. That Colts Steelers game, I think, is more interesting than people gave it credit for. Colts, essentially, a few times Daniel Jones, Warren, and Pittman, but our guy JT, he's getting there in essentially 3 quarters. Every one of these games against the Raiders, against the Titans. These are 3-quarter games because they're just dominating teams so much. But Steelers, actually, their offense has played better than people, definitely better than we saw, with the Justin Fields Russ year last year, and definitely better than the, Mitch Trubisky, Kenny Pickett years. Their offense is playing better. Now, like the Packers game, they had to settle for a lot of field goals. And that's happened before, like the Jets game, but Rodgers has shown the ability to throw 4 touchdowns in a game. I don't trust their running game as much, but their passing attack, even though it's mainly DK Metcalf, is much better than people think. And the Colts secondary is not good.
By the way, please let Pat Fry. I know he didn't practice. Is there a practice report on Pat Fryermuth? I need him for obviously the marathon team, but obviously, I was just like, he's free in the 18th round. I'm just going to take Pat Fryermuth. He has always crushed the Bengals, and then help me with the Bengals coordinator name, who's now the Colts
Lou Anarumo.
He has always crushed Lou Anarumo defenses, obviously the Bengals being obviously the past, but he has. And oh my God, please let him be healthy and play because, maybe he's got something against those Lou Anarumo defenses. I don't know. Read that as part of, I love Rich Rebar's worksheets. I think it was part of that. I always read those. Those are amazing. But I know I came across that somewhere for that. So really, really hope Fryermuth plays. But yeah, I just think this game has, it could be one of those where it's just punching back and forth because the Colts defense has had their issues.
Yeah, I mean, we saw, and not just Herbert, but we saw Jacoby Brissett just absolutely shred the team. And that was without over half of Marvin Harrison. Even Cam Ward, Huheems and I talked about on Tuesday, this might have been Cam Ward's best game. Not saying much, that's pretty low bar. But their secondary is not good.
So why don't we dive in again? Check out Steve's Saturday show, player pool, players at each position, article to support that as well. Again, make sure you're subscribed to the Substack, link in the description, $34.99 for an entire year. So you get all the best ball stuff, but then all this goodness in season DFS, Underdog, Dailies, NFL bets. Just set out the Thursday night bet and parlay. We'll talk that again, end of the show. But so that's going to be more the player pool stuff. Let's talk lineup building from, okay, if we wanted to stack up Colts Steelers, how can we do that with still getting some key pieces like a McCaffrey, obviously is probably a chalk, high price buy. If we wanted to stack up Chiefs Bills, or if we, how do we do that? If we wanted to maybe just do a skinny with Chiefs Bills, because that's how I'm looking. Let's talk through that. First, let me get back to the chat really quick. We got the red matching sibling shower. Wait, definitely not that. I think you're on to something with the, we won't do sibling shower though. Fanspeak fire. Jamie has a surprise. I won't even put that back up. The Degen dads have a surprise courtesy Jamie. No, the audience has not heard Jamie, but Bruni shared it with me and I love it. So everybody tune into Degen dads tomorrow. Whether you're taking the kids out for Halloween or relaxing at home because you're not dressing up, or you went to a Halloween party and are back. Be sure to watch Degen Dads tomorrow. Courtesy of Jamie, there is a special surprise. We got our guy Eddie in here, complimenting your fresh cut. My hair has not looked good since I was ready for my morning CBS shows. And then I said, I'm not going to mess with that anymore. Just threw it up in a bun. Tyler says, worry the Pitt offense, still too slow paced and inefficient to keep up. You're right. They could keep it within 2 scores through the middle of the fourth, which would keep Indy live. That's exactly what I'm hoping for sure. Just that push back enough, where keeps Pittsburgh from being too conservative, throwing more, and then keeps Indy's foot on the gas. That's certainly what we're hoping. Pat Fryermuth, FP, what does that? Full practice. Oh, thank God. Thank you. Okay. Brain wasn't firing. Full practice. God bless. Let's get Pat Fryermuth out there against the Joe Anarumo defense. Is Jones JT last year's Lamar Henry. I just hope they both get there. They want to know what Tyler is wearing. So that is, I love it. I love to see it. First unedited version was the best. Yeah, Mike Robb got a preview of it as well. We absolutely love it. Steve, you haven't heard it yet, have you?
I've not yet, no.
Okay, you have to watch Degen Dads tomorrow, 9:30. Special gift from Jamie. I absolutely love it. I want to know more details of how it came to be, Jamie, but that'll be for a different show. Obviously Degen Dads tomorrow, 9:30. Get their best bets for Week 9. But stay for what Jamie's got cooked up too. Okay, Steve, let's build a lineup. First, stacking up the Colts Steelers games, and we can add a piece from the Chiefs Bills, of course, but kind of stacking that up. So let's first stack from the Daniel Jones side. Okay, so we start Daniel Jones. I kind of like a double stack with Tyler Warren and one of the pick your favorite receiver. We got Alex Pierce could certainly make some big plays against that defense. Josh Downs still in the mix. And then, of course, Michael Pittman, a great target for him as well. So I really don't think there's a wrong answer. I think JT could have a big game, but I also think 2 of the pass catchers could have a big game. Yeah. So who do you want to put in with the double?
Let's go Alec Pierce, because I actually do think, as we saw with Christian Watson last week, and we saw with Steelers have given up some big plays vertically this year. And just any number of receivers have gotten them that way, Jordan Addison, et cetera. So I like this being potentially a Pierce game.
And just going through the prices, Pittman, 5.9, all fair. I mean, and Metcalf too, by the way, 5.5. I was going to bring him in as a run back. 5.9 for Pittman. 4.4 for Downs, 4.6 for Pierce, 5.5 for Warren. So we do Daniel Jones, Alec Pierce, Tyler Warren, double stack. Let's bring it back with Metcalf because I think that's going to need to be key there. I think they're going to just have to be less conservative and pass a lot. So you got the double stack with the Metcalf bring back. If we wanted to prioritize, obviously in this case, you're saying it's getting there. Now, if it's like a total massive shootout, Jonathan Taylor could be in that mix too, with a massive like Colts onslaught and like a bring back with one or two Steelers pieces. But let's put in McCaffrey at 8.8K. Give me your favorite cheap defense, and then we'll see kind of what it lets you do.
Yeah.
There's not many cheap defenses this week.
No. I think you can make a case for Houston.
Sure.
I think Denver and Houston are two of my favorite, and Jacksonville. Those are the defenses when I'm not paying the top.
Yeah, but Jacksonville's 3.3. I can consider that expensive, but like all the, the defenses are priced up this week for sure.
Yeah.
I don't think if you wanted to say, well, I'm not playing much of the Bills Chiefs, especially from the Chiefs side, you approached it that way, especially with Kareem Hunt, who we'll talk about in a minute. I don't mind that because it could be like a reason you're not overstacking that game. Just a thought, but yeah, let's put in Texans again.
It's just hard because neither quarterback historically takes a lot of sacks. Josh Allen's taken more this year, but I just don't know if that's sticky.
You said they're taking more or less sacks. I'm sorry.
Josh Allen's taking more this year, but historically,
I kind of don't mind Chiefs defense with Kareem Hunt. But anyways, okay, so then you're left with 5.5K. You got the Daniel Jones double stack, Metcalf bring back, McCaffrey chalk buy, high price buy. Put in Texans defense. There's really no cheap defenses near 2,000 that we like. So then for running back, receiver, flex, you're left with 5.5K. To me, the lock button piece is Kareem Hunt under 5K in that game. Bills run defense is terrible. Pacheco out. And, yes, there's Rashad Smith. That would certainly be.
Yeah, I just don't think they're going to trust the rookie.
Right. So that's why I think Hunt is kind of a lock button. I'm sure he'll be chalky, but I think it's a chalk buy value as well. So then it brings you up to 5.9K for two pieces. You could go, honestly, there's so many. I usually love finding a punt tight end. It's not really here. You could go another tight end if you want to go Kraft, Gadsden, Bowers, Kittle, Kelsey in that game. You could do that, or you could approach a receiver in that range. Or you could honestly approach another running back in that range. If you wanted to go somewhere like in the low 6Ks, you have Vidal against the Tennessee defense, 6.3. You have, there was another one I was eyeing up and I lost it. I guess honestly, most of the other ones that you'd be potentially targeting are.
The other one would be Chase Brown.
Oh, yeah, against Chicago.
That's a little contingent on Flacco playing.
Yeah, we need Flacco to be playing for any of the Cincinnati pieces. I honestly don't mind. We know you can attack the Vikings run defense. We saw what Vidal did on Thursday night last week. Obviously, Gibbs at 8K is a big play, but I think if you wanted to get contrarian, the games Montgomery's get there, and sure, the Cincinnati game had a lot of narrative to it, but the game he's gotten there is against good run matchups. They need Montgomery to be a big part of this piece for the whole year too. If you wanted to go a 5K Montgomery, I think there's dumber stuff than that. I don't think it's crazy. That leaves you 6.8K. You just miss Rice, but if you wanted to like bump something down to get to Rice, or, it leaves you in that Roma Dunze range. Don't mind that. So I guess what I'm saying is, also don't. Oh, Swift was the other one, and the Q tag threw me off. 6.1 Swift, 6.3 Vidal. If you threw in one of them, that leaves you 5.7 for your last receiver. So again, flex, I'm kind of looking at one of those running backs, likely Swift, Vidal, somewhere in that range, or a kind of expensive tight end, but could put up a score kind of similar to the receivers in that, mid to high 5K range, like a Gadsden.
One thing I was going to say, take out Swift.
Yep.
And put in, go to the receiver tab and put in Shakir.
What's his price? 5.3. Okay. And then you're
6.5 is, you could stay with the running back, but there's a lot of receivers in that range that I like. I like attacking the Buffalo Kansas City side from a skinny side from Shakir Worthy.
Same.
I think both are, very interesting.
I think my two favorite on Chiefs are Hunt Rice, obviously. But sure, I think Worthy in the pool. I think obviously the Buffalo side, if you're not playing Allen, Shakir makes sense. Has done fairly decent in the Chiefs matchups of late, I believe, correct?
Yeah, and just in general, like he's looking better this year. Seems fully healthy. Last year he was a little banged up. And they just haven't had to use him, like they were blowing out these teams. But we see when he gets opportunities, he's making big plays for them. This is a game. He's also going to run out of the slot, making it much harder for the Chiefs to take him away.
Yeah. And then you're left with a range that feels good, whether you want to go receiver or running back in the flex. Yeah. So I don't mind that. Any other changes you want to do to this lineup to show, different ways to alter it, essentially?
I do think one thing to approach it, instead of Kareem Hunt and Shakir, we could go other just cheaper receivers. Like I like the Vidal play, and just have McCaffrey and Vidal as the two running backs, and then two cheap receivers to.
My favorite's Travis Hunter, 4.7. Yeah. So you do something like that, you're left with 5.5K. Why don't we do a quick switch? I don't think many people are going to do this. This is why I throw it out. I might do this more on like 1 p.m. only. But if you did the Aaron Rodgers side and just say he's going to have to throw 4 touchdowns, and you approached it like that. And now again, if you were doing 1 p.m., that would limit you. Say you did do Freiermuth, you double stacked. Okay, he's getting 4 touchdowns. Rodgers, Metcalf, Freiermuth. We got Pierce in there. Maybe you either double stack with, like in this case, you could either take out McCaffrey, throw in JT.
I definitely would. I think if
I just wanted to see if we could do it. If you did McCaffrey, Jonathan Taylor, Pierce, Metcalf, Hunter, Freiermuth, it can be done. I mean, it can be done. I'm just throwing that out there. I could do something with that.
Well, and what I was going to say is, again, JT's getting all these like massive 30-point games in these blowouts. What happens if there actually is pushback? What happens if Rodgers has a big day and the Colts have to keep running their offense all 4 quarters? JT had 12 carries last week and he dominated. Only 2 targets. I believe only 2 targets. What happens if he has to go 20-4, 20-5, something like that? Like, I mean, he could put up a 40-point day. Steelers defense is bad.
Yeah. No, absolutely. I kind of like this. Anything else you want to do? And then if you want to do some kind of like Mahomes or Allen, we can do that before we get over to the Underdog streets real quick. Who he's mentioned, I assume he means Bears defense. And I would highly agree with this. If Brownings plays, Bears defense is what price?
Very nice.
Oh, well, it's not cheap. It's 3.1K, but I mean, I definitely think that's an auto click if Browning plays, because he's so bad. Any Raiders, Jacksonville offense has not been stellar. I don't have a ton of interest in Raiders. I certainly think Genty Bowers can be in your pool. I don't know that I'll get there. To me, I really am hoping for a big post-bye rookie bump for Travis Hunter. Good coach speak. We saw what he did in London the game before. I'm going to be on him. I've already wrote him up on Sportsline for anytime touchdown. Going to talk about him tomorrow on Prop Party for his yardage. Love him as a DFS play. So I'm really hoping it's Hunter and move on in that game. Your thoughts, Steve?
Yeah, and the tough thing with the Raiders and
he's talking about Raiders punt defense.
Yeah. No,
Lawrence can make mistakes. So
I'm not in it because there's no Max Crosby, right? And he's the only guy who generates pressure on this defense. I mean, with any consistency. So
right, good point.
The rest of this defense, it's kind of like the Titans, where Jeffrey Simmons stands out as a true star, and the rest of the Titans are just bad. Well, that's the Raiders, just with Max Crosby. So I think it could get pretty ugly, and I do think both teams are coming off a bye, but I just trust the Jacksonville offense. This is an offense that has put up points against Kansas City, has put up points, in some against San Francisco and some other matchups. So, I think there's at least enough offense talent there. We'll need to see about Brian Thomas playing or not, and hopefully, if so, he's better.
Yeah, just have to throw this out here. The first, again, don't want to spoil what it is. Have to listen more on Degen Dad's 9:30. But a first version, Mike Robb said was the best. It also also had Mike Robb's name in it, not Andrew's. But again, check it out. It's a must see listen tomorrow night, 9:30 Degen Dad's. Okay, did you want to do anything with the Bills game and then move on to the Underdog streets? Okay, so I'm just going to throw, I know you like the Mahomes side, but I'm very bullish on you can run all over the Bills, and Andy Reid knows that, and I'm big on Kareem Hunt. Even though Mahomes, I understand, is playing out of his mind. Rice, I get it. I kind of like it. I'm going to do, at least in 4 o'clock lineups, some somewhat skinny still. I think you could add in Shakir the way, based on everything you just talked about, but doing like Josh Allen, Kareem Hunt, Josh Allen on the Bills, bringing it back with Kareem Hunt and Rashee Rice. And then going from there, you could certainly add in Shakir there. That would be kind of the shell I start with to build out. And again, that's probably going to be more on 4 p.m. only. But if you wanted to approach it from or did you want to run with this, or did you want to approach it from the Mahomes side?
Let's approach it from the Mahomes side.
Okay. So we'll take out Hunt. We'll leave Rice and Shakir, unless you want to add Mahomes, Rice. Did you want to double stack it with Worthy or Kelsey, or just roll Rice?
Let's for now double stack it with Worthy. I don't think you have to, but I do think it's interesting. As we saw against Washington, he had 2 targets less than Rice. Like, he got plenty of looks. He was getting a lot of first read looks that Washington was just taking away.
Okay. I'll just throw in a cheap tight end in this one, though. You certainly could go up because this is a pricier lineup, right? I mean, you've got Mahomes, Rice, the cost of fairly pretty penny there. I threw in a run back, Mahomes, Rice, Worthy, and then running it back with Shakir. You could obviously run it back with James Cook or somebody else. Did you want to do that, or?
Let's put in Cook, because I actually don't mind him, even though the matchup looks tough. I know they've stymied top backs, talented backs like Genty, but it's just a different situation. I mean, the Raiders are awful.
I think you're going to have to do, first of all, I think like a Travis Hunter type value receiver play would be something you need. And if it's not Hunter, find your other favorite lower receiver, but 4.7 really helps you out. So if you start it, I don't think you could then do like a JT or a CMC, but if you did Mahomes, Cook, run back with Rice, Worthy, add Hunter, Theo Johnson, Texans defense, then you're left with 5.7K. So there's stuff you could do. Say you added in one of those running backs like Vidal or Swift, you're at 5.1. That's enough, whether you wanted to go a more expensive tight end in that Kittle range, Bowers range, or you wanted to go a receiver in that 5K range. I think that's a viable approach. And this is why I honestly probably won't do it. We've seen all different game scripts for this Chiefs build. We've seen it over and over and over again in both regular season playoffs these last few years. We've seen the 2023s. We've seen the 30 27s. We've seen the full-blown shootouts. I personally think it's going to be somewhere in that 27-24 range, and we're going to want 1 or 2 pieces. And that's why I'm leaning more into the skinny stack side of things. But that's kind of where I'm at. Any final thoughts here on DFS, Steve, before we move over to the Underdog Battle Royale streets? And then you to check on Rudy, because he's just been snoozing this whole time in his bed. He didn't even come in the office with me today.
The other game, again, the Flacco game, or Flacco.
Well, that is true. Yeah.
How much we want to play Bears and Bengals.
That's a good point. Go Easy Cards throws out Panthers defense to save money. And then Ahuhim says might be hopium. Brashad Smith 4,200. I like with Mahomes. Good way to salary save and contrarian way. Burnt me on Monday night. Was big in the obviously receiving props and in our parlay, and that did not work. But honestly, I thought Mariota was going to have a big day on the ground. That didn't work either. So definitely was surprised that they didn't use Brashad Smith more last week, but in this type of matchup, they could use him more. And I think you'll get some contrarian angle to that. I definitely like that in 4 p.m. only too. And when, the pool's narrowed down, but then you still could get, it's harder to find contrarian pieces. So he still might be a contrarian piece. I mean, to answer go easy cards, Steve's probably not in line with this. I am more, I think from it's like, slate by slate. So for 4 p.m. only, no, I'm going to, definitely have some access to that game. I do like getting contrarian with maybe like a Brashad Smith piece. For main slate, it'll probably be more skinny stacks for me, like what we did in the first example, like a big Colts Steelers stack with bringing back like some kind of skinny stack, or just a piece or two, like Kareem Hunt for me. I'm definitely very interested in that. For Battle Royale streets, and we'll get there in a minute, I think there's a world where you may not need it. Like, again, we've seen this over and over and over again, and I've played DFS in these games long enough to know that, unless if it's a 24-20 game and there's no guys scoring 2 touchdowns, you may not need it, so it's just sometimes we get hyper focused on a game, and sometimes it's the game you need and sometimes it's not. And I just think it's definitely in the range of outcomes enough that, again, I'm not doing a ton of battle royale. So if I'm only doing 5 battle royales or whatever, yeah, maybe I'll do one, but I don't feel like it's like a must have. Those are my thoughts, and respect if others feel differently. What's your thoughts on that while I go check on Rudy?
Yeah, so I would be more inclined to fade it in a DFS format, because you're actually getting value of fading like Mahomes and Allen at the high price, or Rashee Rice at the high price. Like, you're not really getting that value in Battle Royale, because it's all about points. And whether you get a quarterback in the first or Mahomes and Allen, it's second round, basically second round or 6th round. It all comes down to number of points they're adding. You could make a better case for like Rice and Cook in that you could just go for lower expensive options.
That's what I was just gonna say.
But in general, like, it's just tougher in Battle Royale for a game that has such a high total. One last DFS piece that I was going to say was
my bad. Sorry.
Yeah, it's okay.
Sorry. No, I know. I'm sorry. We wanted to talk about and we can just talk it through now and then. But yes, excuse me. If Joe Flacco plays, I have a definite interest in Bears. Cincy, go ahead.
Yeah, that's a game I'd want to stack up. Bears secondary in particular is not that great. Their defense is, average at best, and Cincy defense we know is not anywhere close to average when they're their best. So it's. I think as hard as I've been on Caleb, I think this is a game that he could do well. And a couple key pieces there. Swift has that Q tag. Even if he plays, I do think Kyle Monangai is an interesting leverage play. His snap share was almost 50-50 last week. He's gotten a few short yardage looks. Swift still gets more, but that could shift. I mean, that is his game. So, if he gets 2 rushing touchdowns, a decent chunk of yards, he could really pay off his price tag. It's only a tournament play. It's not safe by any means, unless Swift is clearly rolled out. But we saw the Cincy defense give up over 200 yards rushing last week. I mean, Isaiah Davis had a big run, look good. So, I just think Monangai is an interesting piece. And then, of course, the big one, he says he's going to play. Meg's guy, Odunze, says the heel injury is not going to affect him.
Oh, thank God.
And he could just cook these corners for Cincy. So
I love that I didn't know Emo Cowboys FP full practice. How did I not know? I mean,
you're in Baltimore, and people in Baltimore don't know what full practice means.
That's true. All right, let's take us to the Underdog street, Steve. We usually do a primetime one. Let's do a primetime first, and then we can rip a couple battle royales. If anybody wants to join us, we're going to do the primetime, which I guess this week would just be, there's no international games this week, right?
No, I don't believe so.
So I guess that would be Thursday, Sunday night, which is the Washington game, Washington, Seattle. If anybody wants to join us, and then we'll rip a couple battle royals, and then we'll head over to the Thursday night football streets, Ravens, Dolphins, talk it through, maybe build a fun little lotto.
All right. Entering the primetime Palooza now. I will enter in 10 seconds. In 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, enter. And it didn't enter.
Oops.
There we go.
All right. Let's see. All right. Waiting on one if anybody wants to join us. So yeah, slate dynamics. I feel like on these prime times, you always need to look, where does it get super thin? So can you click each tab just so I can familiarize myself just real quick? Okay. So purple, we've got,
first pick.
Okay. Lamar, Jaden, Darnold, Tua. Okay. Go. Yeah. Okay. Henry, Chain. Okay. So there's a little deeper. JSN Flowers. Sorry to read it out loud. I'm a visual learner. What could I say? That gets a little thin. No, I don't mind Likely, honestly.
Actually, I don't think this is thin. I think Barner and Arroyo are great against our defense.
Oh, good point. Okay, sounds good. So what do you want to do first? Big dog?
Big dog or JSN. I mean, our defense is going to get cooked, and big dog could cook. So I'm fine either way.
I think I'll lean big dog, even though I absolutely agree JSN could cook our defense. But I'm leaning into it. I think it's going to be a big dog night.
Okay.
You agree with me, right?
No, I do. It's also, I've just seen our defense just absolutely be destroyed. Like Washington's defense is so bad.
Yeah. Fair. Now, do you think it's like a big, like I know last year we stayed healthy, we ran pure in every way, yada, yada. But like, do you think the defense has just massively regressed from last year? And where do you think, like, is it still like last year at kind of the end of the season became, okay, just smash running backs against Washington? Is it this year kind of both, but even more so with the passing game?
I actually think running backs are well in play. We just haven't had, I mean, look at what Bijan did against us. Like we haven't had, murderer's row. Like Hampton would have smashed us if he didn't get hurt.
Yeah.
It's like there have been some situations that have skewed that, and Chiefs they mix it up, and it's not their primary way to score. So
sure.
I think Walker could have.
Well, that's what's tough is it's just like a split backfield with Charbonnet and Walker. That's what's tough.
Yeah.
So two of these are going to be gone. So, I'd like to get one receiver, but I'm guessing they'll both be gone. So,
yeah, that's my fear.
Poker Players is really milking the clock here. Okay, so he goes Charbonnet. So we get one receiver. That's good news, actually.
Yeah.
So actually, I think that worked out well for us. So I will take whatever receivers there in Walker. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's the play because I think JSN or JCM has such a terrible matchup.
Yeah, good point. Okay, I like this. Start. Like you said, I think Walker, yes, it's a split backfield, but Walker could certainly cook us. And then we have Debo, so you got a little skinny going on there. Back up at 16. So obviously Jaden's gone. Is Lamar gone?
Yeah.
Okay. So it's just
hopefully Darnold comes back.
Okay, could you click the purple tab?
It's Darnold or Tua.
Yeah, so we don't want it. Can you go to sorry, I'm such a visual person, Steve. Could you go to the grid thing? I just need to, so we have these. What? I need to, this is how I work. Okay, so yeah, we have these two picks. I don't think we should leave the, quarterback for last and just be fine with Waddle unless you do feel that way. Like you would rather Darnold against us.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Though, what would that allow us to do if did you expect Tua to like at least give them pushback tonight? I think
it's possible, but I just think Darnold, and Texans gave him some issues, but Darnold is having a ridiculous year in terms of efficiency, downfield throwing, things of that nature.
Yeah, but I'm talking fantasy points. If they get there on the ground more, maybe we want more like Tua and Henry.
Yeah, but Tua's had a really bad fantasy year. Darnold's had a much better
Yeah, I'm thinking of last week, obviously, for Tua. And, we've seen plenty of games where Darnold looks good, super efficient, but just, 14 fantasy points or something like that. So
yeah. So we'll get Darnold.
Okay.
Because Poker and Two Ripper have a quarterback already.
Okay, so Darnold and Cup with Darnold, or
but yeah, I was surprised Barner went. I was thinking Barner. But yeah, we could do Darnold and Cup. Are you good?
I don't know. I mean, the question is,
Cup rarely gets more than like 2 targets, but
click the orange tab.
Well, do Darnold first.
Yeah, yeah, do that. Are there any scroll down options?
Not great ones.
Oof.
We could take Jalen Lane, but
why didn't McCaffrey get anything in the game without the last game without? I was going to say, or would it be better to just hit the tight end?
Ertz are likely.
So it's really Ertz are likely, or do you want to grab Bateman or Cup here? I mean, I don't know. Are you more comfortable with scroll down tight ends or scroll down receivers? I'll let you decide.
Probably tight end.
Okay.
So let's just go Cup. It's thin, but maybe after the bye they get him some more targets. And we made a bet against JSN. So maybe Washington like limits JSN and Cup as his best game of the year. Like that's kind of the story that we're telling ourselves.
Oh my God, Mike's killing me. Okay, do another one. I missed it because some little creature kept calling me dad and needed help. We'll do another one for you, Mike Robb. That's fine. Bossy Betsy reporting for duty. Mike, it's like everything in my power. Steve doesn't you got to click and show things to your teammate,
Okay.
Well, I mean, I need help. I'm a visual person. So yes, I am Bossy Betsy. Honestly, I crawl out of my skin when Steve has the control. Take Terry might as well screw us in all contests. He is screwing me in baseball. That is for sure. One of my favorite guys. All right. Last pick. And then we'll do another one for Mike Robb if he wants to join us for one more prime time. What has Royale done the last couple of weeks?
He had the touchdown or not a touchdown, but more catches against Houston. And then,
that's right.
It's like against Arizona, he had a couple it's thin, but tight end's a thin play,
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I would say let's just go likely.
But. Yeah. When I was doing more research for the morning shows this morning, likely has actually run more routes than Mark Andrews the last 2 weeks. So
yeah,
interesting to see his first game with Lamar. So yeah, let's go likely.
Yeah, no, and I actually like this. I mean, we got, Debo, but just loading up on Seattle and Baltimore feels good.
Yes. All right.
So we'll get likely. These guys have tight ends. I don't think they're going to double one up. Maybe poker players is.
Horton. That was one I was considering. I mean, he's just last game, didn't he?
Yeah, they likely go. So we'll take a Royale.
Okay, I guess just stack up Darnold. All right, let's go into another one so then we can get into the Battle Royale streets. Mike, let's do it.
I'm going to enter in 10 seconds. Enter in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, enter.
We got J Lives in here. What's going on?
It didn't enter. There we go. I have no idea what's going on.
We didn't screw Mike on that one. How many are left?
2.
Okay, hopefully Mike got in with us. J Lives, good to see you. Thank you so much for joining us. If you're watching on Twitter, come over to the YouTube streets, join us, give your thoughts in chat about Week 9 Underdog Dailies. We're going to do a couple Battle Royales after this, and then we're going to go to Thursday Night Football because Degen Power Hour, we cover it all, DFS, Underdog Dailies, bets. So we'll be going over to the Thursday Night Football streets, bets, parlays, touchdowns, all the good stuff. So we appreciate you being in here and watching. But yes, hit that like button. It certainly helps us out. If for some reason you haven't subscribed yet, be sure to subscribe. On the road to 1K subs. Help us get there. If you're not subscribed yet, we have NFL shows every single weekday, sometimes multiple. Like tomorrow, we have Prop Party at 4 and Degen Dads at 9:30. So is Mike not in with us?
Nope.
Oh my gosh, Steve, you messed it up.
I'll say it wasn't me.
Mike, he's trying to blame you. It's Steve's fault.
No, I'm trying to blame.
It didn't work. It didn't work. We're very sorry, Mike. We're very sorry. We always love drafting with you. Tim says, I wish I didn't draft so much Gesicki. Hopefully can do something week 15 through 18. Hand up, that's on me. I had him ranked aggressively high. But obviously the injury hurt and Joe Burrow being out hurt. But no excuses. We want results. That's what our grandfather, former football coach, always used to say. So hopefully he comes back and does something. I certainly need him too. You tried. That's what counts. Absolutely. Always for you, Mike. Always. So let's rip this, then go into the Battle Royale streets. We are fourth in this one. So back to back it goes. Oh, okay. Went Lamar, JSN, Henry. What do you want to do here, Steve?
I mean, I don't mind Achane and Flowers or Flowers Waddle.
Are we going to be behind I kind of like Flowers Waddle. Are we going to be behind then? Because I think receiver thins out.
I'm fine going that.
Okay, let's do that. So we'll get the 2 receivers in this game.
I mean, we might still go 3 receivers.
Oh no, but this is different from regular Battle Royale. You just have to take what the positions give you, and if a position gets thin, you sometimes are only going to draft 1 running back then or something like that. So yeah, if we got, even though JCM is a tough matchup, if we got any of Charbonnet, Walker, JCM, could you scroll down a little bit? At least I bossy nicely, don't you think? I think. All right. I mean, obviously, if we can get Jaden this time, though, I mean, I know it's a tough defense, but I guess you're just counting on him running a little more, even though he's coming off the injury. Gosh, these people are milking the clock. All right. So, okay, it goes Walker or after our pick, it went Achane, Samuel, Debo, Walker, Andrews, 2 till ours. So I hope we can get one of these running backs.
Yeah. Tough thing. I don't know about going JCM. Okay. So yeah, if Charbonnet and Daniels are there, and Charbonnet will be there.
Charbonnet will be there. So let's do Charbonnet, Daniels.
Yeah. Okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go for it.
So that works. Because I didn't want to do JCM and Daniels. That feels not correlated at all.
Yeah. All right. And then we just have the last 2 picks. So, and then since Mike's not in this one, we can just get the hell out of here and go to the Battle Royale after that. Yeah, obviously if Ertz is there. What are your thoughts? Like just tack on a 3rd receiver, like a Bateman if he's there or something like that?
Yeah. I mean, Malik Washington, Luke McCaffrey,
Yeah, with McLaurin back out.
So Wolves likely again.
Okay. That works. Is Rudy okay? Why is he so sleepy today? I need to get him out for a long walk after this. I have a 7:30 p.m. chat for CBS, but I need to get some work done between then. I need to eat. I'm starving too. I haven't eaten since breakfast.
Let us know your schedule.
I do. Well, would you rather listen to Dead Air?
We could talk about the game. I mean, oh my God.
No, everybody wants to hear. I'm sure everybody's just on the edge of their seats about my schedule.
Oh my.
I'm bored in this one.
Oh.
I do like our matching red. What's going on? Why is it frozen?
JT McKenzie
hit refresh. Okay. I can't. I'm so patient. Steve knows this. I'm so patient.
It's bad.
All right. So you like McCaffrey over Bateman?
Yeah, I mean, I could see either way. It's just we have Daniels. I think that's a tiebreaker, and Bateman goes. So
okay, let's do this and then get into the Battle Royale streets.
Okay.
Oh, Tim, you and me both. I just couldn't stay healthy. It's all. It's a bummer because I mean I know he started slow, but just couldn't stay healthy, and I thought then Gesicki would be a big piece of that. Best shows in the big. We appreciate you. Kicks in here. It's all good, Meg. I just got back from a long week vacation at the beach. Hope you had a great time. That's awesome.
Nice.
All right.
All right. I'm going to count down the battle royale here. I'm going to enter in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Enter.
All right. I know we did a couple on, if anybody wants to join us, jump on in, waiting on one. Okay. I know we did a couple the other day, Monday on our early look show. So we're at 4. We got Mike in at the 5 spot and Legion 13. Good to see you, Legion, at the 2. Very fun. All right. We were lucky and got some early ones.
Is that J Lives at 6?
You'll have to let us know, J Lives, if that's you. It doesn't say J Liver.
Yeah, but that's J Live plus an R 007. So I don't know.
It's true.
See, he said made it in.
There we go. You were right. You were right. As always, my brother was right. I don't.
Somebody clip that.
Yeah, I don't want to do Chase if it's going to be Browning. He's yucky.
So what do you want to do?
I don't know. I just assume the 3 running backs are going to go, but
yeah.
I mean, I guess we could take them. I just worry that at least with the Cincinnati defense being so bad, you'll likely, I know you're not been impressed with Caleb, get pushback rate, but worried there's going to be 0 pushback with Tyler Shuck. So I just don't love taking Puka there. Yeah, it goes how we thought. I guess we could just take Chase and hope.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, if not Chase, I'd probably pull up Rice over.
Yeah.
Puka.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, at 9, I'm guessing these next 3 or 4 are going to be gone. Can you scroll down a little bit? Well, Steve, what do you want me to memorize the board?
Yes.
Okay, I'm good. Kick says don't like the Bears on the road. Yeah, I think it's just like you said, it's just Caleb's got to be able to do it against the Cincinnati defense, right?
Yeah, I mean, we saw Justin Fields do it against them, and that was honestly Justin Fields without Garrett Wilson. Do you want to go Jacobs? I think that's a nice little fall.
Are you worried about he did not play a ton in general yet, but
I slightly am, but I think getting him, here is fine.
Okay, that's fine.
It's just it's kind of like with Chase. Honestly, it's is there a risk case? Sure. But the upside case is 30 points.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm glad to see you, J Lives, that you got in with us. Suck it, universe. I will enter these drafts. We got you in, Mike. I love it. Steve says, I got you covered. I'll have Underdog tweet out the clip. So he's got your back, Steve.
There you go.
I got a horrible username, J Liver. So Bears on the road, I get not liking that. It's more just hoping that they can perform against the Bengals' terrible defense. Like you said, even Justin Fields got there. Got Jeff Cooley in here. Good to see you. Kyron will stampede the Saints. Yeah, I do need to give some more consideration to Kyron for that reason too.
Yeah, and the thing with Puka, I'm sure Puka will be fine. It's just, does he have a ceiling game in this type of game? He could be shut down, and
you mean shut down? They could be done by the end of the third quarter. Yeah,
and it's if the touchdowns go to Kyron and Devontae, he could have 7 for 85 through 3 quarters, and then he doesn't play again. Yeah.
Speaking of, do you like Devontae, Tyler Warren, Vidal, Kraft, Rome? I like all 5.
Yeah, probably lean Vidal just because.
Yeah, how would you rank those next 5? That's actually a good question, because I like them all.
Yeah, I mean, I love both tight ends, but I do think Vidal is really fun there, and I like Adunze also. I don't mind that, especially with the idea of a shootout. So I'm fine either way here.
Oh, I kind of like that. Or what do you think? I kind of like having Rome and Chase.
Okay, let's do it.
Okay.
And part of the it's not so much like Warren, Kraft, and Kittle to me are the same guy. So if we get one of them not that we have to take one at 21, but it's like, I don't know if I'm going to take one at 16 when I feel like I could get one at 21.
Yeah. Hold on. Rudy's making some loud dreaming noises. Hold on. Let me just check on him really quick.
All right. Meg's not back, so I guess I'm going to have to make the pick.
Say, why aren't you talking?
Tyler Warren, Tucker Kraft, George Kittle. Do you want one of the tight ends or Ladd?
Oof. That's tough. I'll say Tyler Warren. Just love that name.
Yeah, and I actually think receivers a little deeper because you can get guys like DK a little later. You could get, Pittman. You could get Travis Hunter. You could get Worthy.
Vetoed from the other side of the room.
Yep. Yeah, that is my life.
That was funny. That made me laugh. All right, so we need quarterback and either running back or there's so many good tight ends on this slate.
There are. Yeah, Gadsden's another one. Like, that's what I mean. Like tight end, it's like I don't want to be the first one to take one. Typically, I know we were, but
yeah.
So tight end is more
that's
like.
Why I like looking at the board. Can we show the board more next time? I like to know what's going on. Who's taking quarterbacks? Who's taking,
Okay.
I mean, chat, don't you kind of like seeing the board? I think they'd agree with me on that one. Just saying.
Oh boy.
Not everybody has your superpower brain, Steve. That's like, what's the thing on like the guy on Big Bang Theory, like memorizes stuff? Eidetic memory?
Eidetic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not taking Tyrone Tracy. I could tell you that.
Do you want to go quarterback here?
I forgot who.
Daniel Jones, since we have Tyler Warren.
Yes. Oh, get it. Okay, and then last pick would be, could you go to running back, not Tyrone Tracy?
So there's Genty, Chase Brown, Warren, and running back. We could do the third receiver. Tyrone Tracy, Travis Etienne, Kareem Hunt. We could play.
Oh, let's just scroll down Kareem Hunt. I like that.
Yeah, and like I like Hunt. Honestly, even more in this because he isn't going to be 100% owned. They talked about it last night on the show. When Pacheco gets fully rolled out, then he's going to rise. So we're getting low value here.
Yeah.
And it's just, he's built for underdog, right? Like if he did what he did Monday night, 2 touchdowns.
Right. Oh, for sure. Oh my goodness. Absolutely. Yeah. And Steve, of course, Andrew Justin Battle Royale live last night. You can go back and watch that. And again, they'll be on tomorrow night, 9:30, Degen Dads. A little special surprise from our guy, Jamie, in chat, 9:30 tomorrow night. We'll be on. So bets tomorrow night, Prop Party 4, 9:30, Degen Dads. Check that out. We got our guy, Paul, in here, who was in the draft. Very fun that, and I have to say, Mike Robb, we were in with J Lives, Legion 13, Mike Robb, all in this draft. Let's go over everybody's team really quick, Steve, before we jump into our last one. But Mike Robb, his data sheet is back for Substack subs. Again, of course, link in the description for Substack subs. We have our shows and data and Discord all on the sub only link. Check that out. Mike Robb's data sheet is back. Okay, go over the team, Steve.
All right. First up, Legion with the second pick went CMC, James Cook, Josh Allen, Michael Pittman Jr., Nico Collins, who we just mentioned in chat, and Rondé Gadsden. I mean, getting Gadsden in the 6th round feels like cheating.
Awesome. I like that, Legion.
Our guy Mike, who you just mentioned, has his data sheet out. Rashee Rice, Justin Jefferson, Kamani Vidal, Drake May, Brock Bowers, and Chase Brown.
I like that a lot too.
And then J Lives, Puka, Bijan, Swift, Metcalf, George Kittle, and then Jordan Love.
Very nice. And then ours again was,
Chase, Jacobs, Adunze, Tyler Warren, Daniel Jones, and then Kareem Hunt.
Very fun. That was a fun one. Let's rip another one. I know what FP means. Thank you for reminding me. I totally blanked when Emo put that in. But FP, full practice for Nico, no Pat Surtain. So yes, definitely the eyes there. Cooler says Woody Marks just became a Q tag too. That's interesting as well.
Yeah, I didn't see that. That is interesting.
Yeah, no, it helps when, I mean, the news is just constant, so it helps when people do drop it in chat. Okay, let's rip another one. Count it down.
I'm going to count down from 10 again. And in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, enter. All right, one more to enter. So hopefully some of those jumped in already.
And then after this, we will go bring up the sports book, talk about how we think this game's going to go, bets, touchdowns, parlays to end the show. And again, we'll be back with bets tomorrow. Prop Party 4, Degen Dads, 9:30. All right. Cooler's at the one spot. Oh, Razor 33. He's the one that won that puppy. We were at the 5. Very cool. All right.
Yep.
So we're kind of at that point. Do we take like Puka or who's the next one after Puka? ASB?
Yeah, I mean, if it goes in order, I'd probably say take Rice over Puka, and then honestly, we could take. Rice.
Oh no, yeah, ASB is further down. I do like the lines this week, but yeah, I'd say Rice there. It's fine for me. That makes a ton of sense. I'll wake up. Does you want to hear about my schedule the next 3 hours, Steve?
You definitely do.
No, I know you don't.
I like FK's comment.
I had it at full screen. I'm going to time down to 0 on every pick in Meg's honor. Thank you, Coolers. Thank you. That sounds fun. No, we're happy you're in here with us, Coolers. And you gotta love McCaffrey. I saw
Meg has always been known for her patience.
Oh my God, I have no patience. I saw Coolers and Andrew posted some stuff on our Discord. Of course, you can join our Discord, join our Substack first, get linked to the Discord, want to get more people over there. But I got to answer them and check out what they posted. Have you checked it out yet, Steve?
Not today. I was answering some stuff last night, but not today.
We'll both have to check it out. I like it. All right, so no surprise. Obviously, Gibbs has a great matchup against the Vikings too, so no surprise it goes CMC Taylor, CMC JT Gibbs, and I mean, I guess if Chase fell to us at 5, then we could do it there. But yeah, let's go Rice.
I think we take Rice here and then just take Mahomes.
Yeah. Okay, that works. That works for me. Anything else you'd like to talk about so it's not dead air, Steve?
Well, are there any other games that are of interest to you?
I think we did really cover the 3 big ones. Obviously, our Colts Steelers is one for me. I mean, again, honestly, from a playing DFS plays, if Flacco's active, Bears Bengals would be 2 for me. And then, of course, Chiefs Bills. I'm trying to think. Good question. I kind of just like the Detroit side on Minnesota Detroit game. Just think multiple could get there. Scroll down a little bit. I'm just trying to think through the rest of the matchups.
You have Rams, Saints, you have Chargers, Tennessee. It does feel like most of the other games are more one-sided. Maybe not the Green Bay game.
Yeah, I don't love the Panthers side much. So
it does sound like they're gonna finally give Rico a chance.
Okay, true. And then the Jacksonville. I'm intrigued to see Jacksonville off the bye against the Raiders, indoors in Vegas. Great matchup, defensively, especially without Max Crosby. Really high on Hunter this week. In fact, so is Hunter basically a scroll down option this week?
Yeah, he's a 6 round / scroll down.
Okay. I mean, if he's going to be lower owned, I don't know what he'd come in owned at. Is he ranked above ADP wise above BTJ or no?
Yeah.
I mean, I think that's right based on, so yeah, I like that. But yeah, I think it's those 3 games and then pieces of one side's kind of. All right. So what did you want to do here? Did you want to run it back with James Cook? I mean, that's a tough matchup though, but
it is. I also
like Vidal.
Yeah. I'm fine going Vidal. And
okay, well, they made the decision for us, so that works. And then up in 2 here, Devontae, Rome, Kittle, Ladd. Oh, I like them all. How would you rank it?
I think Rome, Devontae, and then Ladd, but
just because there's so many. I mean, I love Kittle this week too. Much better matchup than last week. But like you said, there's so many late tight ends in the
tight ends going a little earlier in this draft.
Right. Right.
But still,
I'd honestly probably go Rome again, but your choice. Oh, wow. Gadsden went already too. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's go Rome. I mean, there's still tight ends. Like, I mean, we could, we can double stack with Kelsey. Like, I don't care, I think Bowers, it sounds like he's fully fine. I think that's, that's well in play.
Who was the running back I was talking about getting in the 6th round? Now I just blanked.
Who was it?
I don't know. I guess I was talking about Hunter late. So
yeah.
So I don't know if you're comfortable going 3 receivers, but
I mean, we can, but there are some, backs like Kareem Hunt, I think is fine late.
Oh, that's right. We did that.
I think, I don't like, like you mentioned. I don't
like Kareem Hunt in a Mahomes lineup.
No. But like Travis Etienne, I think is a very good play. Coming off a bye, I'm not really worried about Tootin and the Raiders. This could be a game where they're up ahead big. So,
I mean, I like Swift, but I don't really like going Swift to Dunze in the same lineup. So, what's your thoughts on Genty?
I mean, off a bye, I think they're going to try and get him involved. It's not my favorite.
Chase Brown, honestly, going back and forth with Rome or like a skinny with Rome is kind of intriguing too.
Do you want to do Kelsey here?
Yeah.
Tight end does drop off a little bit.
That's fine. I want to do Travis Hunter this game.
Okay.
Unless, no, if you want to go Chase Brown or Travis Hunter, because this is our last pick, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
You decide.
Oh, so much pressure. Let's do Travis Hunter.
Okie doke.
Oh, didn't realize he was limited in practice. Hopefully that's nothing.
I missed that.
Cooler says just a couple more long shot props for TNF, targeting some 2 TD bets. Ooh, for the Ravens. I like that. Yeah, definitely. I'm going to check that out after the show in Discord, of course, is what we're talking about. So join our Substack, get into the Discord, check out what Coolers is talking about. That is fun. Why don't we go over the teams really quick, or our 2 teams, Steve, and then we're going to head over to the Thursday night streets. We got our guys spread in here, of course. NFL betting card every Tuesday. Check that out. Good to see you spread. Didn't realize Hunter was limited. Hopefully it's nothing, since that's all I've been talking about today is Travis Hunter.
Let me refresh because it didn't show Cooler's last pick.
All right. I am bringing over FanDuel.
Oh, yes, I made it yet. So our team, well, wait for Coolers. Oh, Coolers went Worthy. Okay. So Coolers went McCaffrey, Kyron Williams, Josh Allen, DK Metcalf, Brock Bowers, Xavier Worthy. And we went Rashee Rice, Patrick Mahomes, Kamani Vidal, Rome Odunze, Travis Kelsey, Travis Hunter.
All right. I like it. Thank you for joining us in that one, Coolers. We're heading over to the Thursday night streets. Mike Rob's giving spread a hard time, calling him his Sizzler buddy. But I am going to bring over some FanDuel Sportsbook. We're going to talk some Thursday night picks here. Let me jump over to that. All right, let's talk Thursday night, Steve. We've got Ravens, Dolphins in Miami. Ravens are favored by 7.5. Total is 51.5. I like the Ravens to win easily. Don't know how I feel about the total. I think that's a high total. So I don't know that I wouldn't make a play on it, but I'd probably lean under, but maybe I'd be interested in the Ravens team total over. But where do you stand on this game?
That's just what I was going to say is I would just target the Ravens team total over. I just think there's more chances of the Dolphins failing than the Ravens failing. So
sure.
Let's not tie ourselves to the entire score. Let's just target the Ravens side.
Again, if you're into touchdown bets or just over props and want to get anti-correlated, you can even alt it higher and do a couple touchdowns and under 54.5 or something like that. If you want to approach it that way, just to get some anti-correlated boost. I was just looking for the Ravens team total here, which I was assuming was at the bottom there. Okay. That's alternate spread. Now I'm actually just curious. It's all the drive stuff. Do you see it?
I might have missed it, but.
All right, here we go. Ravens team total. Yeah, well, it's a high one. 30.5. Think it can happen. Wouldn't make a bet on that. But so bottom line is not making a play on the total unless I was getting weird anti-correlated alt under. Definitely like the Ravens to win by more than the spread. So like Ravens 7.5. All right, let's go to touchdowns, Steve. Obviously, Derrick Henry, super juiced, but deservedly so, I think. Got 2 touchdowns last week. Lamar's back, minus 250, a chain minus 155, Zay plus 125, Waddle plus 145, Lamar plus 150, Andrews plus 260, Bateman plus 320, Malik Washington plus 340, Ollie Gordon plus 370. Then you got Justice Hill defense. What is likely? Am I missing that?
No.
There he is. I missed it. Yes, I did miss it. He's right under Andrews. So I actually like the likely price more. First game with Lamar, ran more routes than Andrews. I would take a shot at 260 if you were going between the two. If you're getting for looking for long shots, Ollie Gordon could get some more around the goal line type touches, and you're getting almost 4-1. I don't mind that. So other than that, any values, because obviously not like the super juice guys, any values you see?
I think Waddle is a fine price because, he's getting pretty much all the receiving targets. He gets the deep targets. Even comparing him to Zay has the better quarterback and all that, but Zay just doesn't score touchdowns. I mean, this is 3 years now. He struggles getting the end zone. So, because I don't think he's had touchdowns.
Let's hope you didn't jinx that for us tonight, since we didn't have much Zay. I know. Watch him go for 3 tonight, Steve.
He probably will.
No, but I totally get what you're saying. Let me go to the chat really quick, and then we'll get back to the touchdowns. He's saying, "What up to Mike?" Then we bet the first half and go to sleep after a Sizzler special. I like that, and appreciate you, Jay Lives. He says, "By the way, need to thank you both. Always advise taking 3 quarterbacks in best ball. Old Aaron Rodgers and Daniel Jones saving many of my advancing teams." Yes, we have been a 3 quarterback, diehards 3 quarterback mantra, basically since we've really gotten into best balls in 2022, and year after year, we just kind of keep doubling down on that strategy. And this year it's proving to be very helpful for sure. So I appreciate you saying that. We are very much in 3 quarterback builds this year, and it's helping us as well. Glad to hear that, Jay Lives.
Yeah, thank you.
Henry Williams says, I kind of want to push Henry up to 120 and 40 longest. Yeah, I definitely am going to ladder Henry up for sure. Okay, getting through the touchdowns, and then we'll get to that because I love that call by Who Hames. It was what I talked about on the CBS show this morning on Sportsline. I gave out Derrick Henry's over rushing, and then I'm going to ladder him up to 110, 120. Don't think Lamar will run much, but he certainly could tuck it close in if 150. Yeah, I like the likely price. But let's do first touchdowns. It's fun. I gave out likely at 16-1. I think that's fun. I think if you did want to take a shot, Keaton Mitchell got a little work, 40-1 and plus 650. But I think it's a long shot for a reason. But what other first? Those will be my 2 official ones, Steve. Long shot, because we're not doing Derrick Henry and
yeah.
3, almost 4-1 and 5-1 with Henry in a chain. So longer shot odds, my official ones, I gave it out this morning on Sportsline, 16-1 for likely. If you want to get just nuts and, Keaton Mitchell explodes for 1 for 40-1, it's fun. I've spent money dumber, and these are just for sprinkle fun plays. What do you got? What are your sprinkles?
Yeah. I think think taking a longer shot, I don't mind the likely call, but I'm going to say Rashard Bateman.
Yeah, I like that call.
Last year he was getting deeper targets. Now he's got Lamar back, so he's got a quarterback who will throw deeper. And he could just hit one, particularly against this Dolphins secondary that is pretty thin, and has definitely given up some big plays through the air.
The Twitter feed must not be working anymore because the numbers went way down. But it's just who's watching on YouTube. So we appreciate you watching on YouTube. Not sure how to figure out later why Twitter's not working, but we appreciate you jumping in here, hitting the like button, chatting with us. We appreciate you greatly. And Mike Rob likes, I feel like it's likely a good time. I feel like it's likely a good time. Okay, I like it. It took me a while to get there. I got there. All right. So
yeah.
What's that?
You said I feel like it's likely a good time. I feel it's likely a good time.
Yes, I feel it's likely a good time. Yes, I messed it up, but I finally got there. Love it, Mike Rob. Go back to Hooning's comment. Let's jump off of touchdowns. So talk touchdowns, talked first touchdowns, have a little fun, but let's talk props. You and I both like Lamar to have a big game. Again, what is this? Without Lamar, he's like 3.2 yards per carry. With Lamar, it's like 5.6 yards a carry, goes up like more than 2 yards a carry. Dolphins give up more 5 yards a carry, and that's with Bijan totally disappointing us last week. So I hope he doesn't pull a Bijan on us. Sit 90 plus, minus 106, 100 plus 140. You want to go up to 110 plus 198. Obviously, you can do it 10-yard increments on DraftKings, 125 plus 320. Don't think that's nuts. Huheim's talked about you want to get nuts. You can go, oh no, he said 120. 120 DraftKings. I want to say, it's like 285 on FanDuel. 125 is plus 320. So I think, we could do a little first look at our lotto. That feels fun. What other props are you liking? There's not a ton else that I like, but there is one that we gave out, and that was Waddle. You could approach a receptions or yards. 70 plus is plus 104. I like that. Since Hill's been out, he's exceeded that all but the Browns game. What are your thoughts on that, and what else do you like?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, he's exceeded in all but the Browns game, and that game just was a total disaster, and weather was a factor, and Tua and the Dolphins in general are not a bad weather team. And so, yeah, it makes sense. Like, that's the game where there's an issue. And so I think Waddle, Ravens secondary, they're healthy, but, Rome went over 100 on them. Like, it's not like they're a perfect secondary. They're at least healthy now, but I think Waddle will have to be in catch-up mode. So I like 70, and I like, if another one, you can ladder slightly up a little bit if you want. Other than that, like, I'm kind of the mindset, Lamar might run 1 or 2 times, but I don't think he runs too much. Why push it? Because he gets another long extended week after this. Like, the last thing he wants to do is come back and push this. So I think it's Henry, and then he's slicing and dicing through the air. So I don't mind Lamar's passing yards prop.
We did it on DraftKings. We did a parlay with it, and I don't really feel comfortable going much over 230, because what if there's not much pushback,
Yeah. No, I mean, that is fair. Like, the 250 is tough here. Like, on FanDuel, it's a little, I mean, you could just do it at his prop line. But that's about where I'm at.
Yeah. I don't know if I put it in Discord yet, but we sent out Substack. I'll put it in Discord. We did essentially, I want to say, is Henry 90, Lamar 230, and Waddle 70, like that. But let's have some fun, Steve. So we talk touchdowns, we talk props. We think it's going to be a big Ravens game. Shout out to you, Mike Rob, rooting for you. Let's go nuts. Let's just start. We're in lockstep here on Derrick Henry. Let's put the big dog plus 320 to go 125. 2 more plays, and we could get weird by like adding a side or an alt total or something like that. But what else do you push Waddle?
Like 90, yeah.
Okay, let's push Waddle. Waddle 90 is plus 220, so that takes us 10-1. That's the damn problem, is I just don't like a ton out. Like, if something else got there, like a likely where you don't have to go for much, or like, a chain receiving where you don't have to go for that much or something, it wouldn't stun me. Or like a Keaton Mitchell breaks off a long one. that that wouldn't stun me. It's just, there's nothing else I really love. So how do you want to proceed?
I mean, I don't hate the chain receiving call. I think Likely is a good call. Like you said, he's running more, honestly, either Likely or Andrews, just because the line is much lower.
Oh yeah,
than it would need to be. Like Flowers is fine. I think Flowers could have a 6 to 8 catch, 70 to 90 yard game.
Yeah, that's the thing. He's lined at 70. So,
yeah,
and he's lined at 6 receptions. So, do I think he can get that? Yeah, it's just like if you wanted to like ladder it up.
He's not a guy like pushing.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, unless you think he's just going to get peppered with receptions. Last time I put that on a primetime island game slip, he had like 2 receptions and it just burned the hell out of me because I think we got there on the other 2. All right. So we thought about Likely Andrews. We thought about
what's Likely 40 or Andrews 40?
Likely 40. I'm just comparing the two. They're about the same. Andrews 40s plus 180, Likely 40. Oh no, Likely 40s plus 280. So there you go. That makes it fun. I mean, Likely
I would honestly recommend I like both the Henry and Waddle. I think they're actually, yes, they're push lines. They have to have big days to get there, but they're very capable of hitting those marks. So I will probably do this bet: Henry, Waddle, one with Likely, one with Andrews. Okay. I think one of the tight ends probably gets there.
Yeah, no, I think that's fair. Okay, well, I like this, and I think that's a good shout out. So Henry, big dog, has a big game, 125. Shout out Mike Robb rooting for your Ravens here. Waddle 90, Likely 40. Boom, 51 to 1. I'll just see if there's a boost on FanDuel. I already put in the DraftKings boost and sent that to Substack, which I'll then put in Discord. I'll put this in Discord as well. So yeah, I think that covers it, Steve. What else? Anything else for the people before we get out of here for Thursday night football starting in, about a little less than 2 hours.
Yeah, no, start of week 9. Good to have, like I said, some of these quarterbacks back, including Lamar tonight. Mm-hmm. Hopefully good luck for your bets and lineups and everything. And yeah, our best ball teams, hopefully they keep rolling.
Oh God, please let our best ball guys stay healthy. The Cam Scataboo. I'm still not okay. I'm rocking in my chair. No, it's still actually truly not okay. But hope the rest of our guys can stay healthy. Hopefully we have a good week 9 in the best ball streets, and hopefully you guys have a good week 9 in the best ball streets again tonight betting. Join us tomorrow, 4 p.m. prop party with Tyler. And then of course, join the Degen Dads. You got to see what Jamie has cooked up for the Degen Dads tomorrow night. Yes, Chad's with us. All of us, this is like Scataboo therapy. We're not okay. Let's say it out loud. It's good to just put it out in the universe. We're not okay. GM, we are not okay. Eddie says 6 weeks until the best ball playoffs. Where's the time gone? I know. I never want to rush. I'm so excited for the best ball playoffs, but I never want to rush along the NFL season because I love the NFL season so much more than any other sport. So I'm trying to enjoy each and every game, each and every week. But yeah, this is wild, Eddie, for sure. So yes, let's hope the rest of our best ball teams stay healthy. Let's everybody have a great Thursday night football. Join us tomorrow. We'll find some more winners for the week. Let's win some money, Fanspeak family, for sure. This has been fun, guys. Have a great night. For Steve, I'm Meg, and we will see you next time.